guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I hope you're doing well. And if you're new, my name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom of 4, and I share lots of our life here on my YouTube channel: parenting, homeschooling, day in the life, food videos, kind of anything really. Anything goes here on my channel. But today I'm really excited to sit down and talk with you guys about something that has been on my heart to share, and that is the biggest benefits I've seen to homeschooling a middle school aged child. I am super excited to partner with Trend Micro again on today's video, where I will be sharing with you guys something that we installed in our home back in December, at the very beginning of December, that has given me such peace of mind as a mom with kids entering the teenage years. And I'm excited to partner with them today on this video as I share with you guys the 5 biggest benefits I think there are to homeschooling middle school aged kids. I shared also that it is a goal of mine here on my YouTube channel to continue to share the homeschooling journey as we progress through it, because there are far fewer homeschooling channels, homeschooling moms talking about homeschooling middle school and high school, much less than the preschool and elementary ages. So I am going to try to continue to produce content for those of you who are gonna be behind me moving into those stages soon in the next few years, and also for many of you who are a ways away from that but will be able to draw upon these videos years to come later. I'm going to be sharing real time as I walk through these things in my own life. So we're going to jump into today's video, the 5 biggest benefits I've seen to homeschooling my middle school aged kids. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I have partnered with Trend Micro on today's video. I partnered with them back in December, and they sent me the home network security that they've created, and I knew I needed to install something, but there's so many things out there and I was just completely overwhelmed, and they all seem really complicated. Well, I am here to give you guys an update that we installed that back in December, and we have had absolutely 0 issues with it. It works like a charm. I saved the box, of course, with the instructions inside here, but this is what it looks like. So you just connect this little piece to your router. And the things that I love the most about it is that there is an app also for your iPhone where you can manage all of the devices from your phone. It protects against viruses and hackers as well, and it protects all connected devices to it. So you can connect every device your child has access to that to the home security network, so that they do not accidentally stumble upon something you do not want them viewing on the internet. As our kids get older, moving into the middle school ages, maybe they're doing research for a homeschool project, maybe they're watching a documentary, maybe it's not intentional at all, but they just search something and bam, something that you don't want them seeing shows up. Having this home security network gives me the absolute peace of mind knowing that I have blocked pretty much everything I can from them accidentally viewing it. So it is very easy to install. I've told you guys before, I am not technologically savvy at all, but this is so easy. It literally took 20 minutes. And so I just have this, you also get a 2-year warranty with it. I would like to mention that as well. So the instructions are so simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. And done. And then you have peace of mind knowing that your kids are not going to accidentally or intentionally surf the internet and find something that you don't want them viewing. I will have a link down to Trend Micro down in the description box for you guys. If you have not protected your home with some type of home security network, I highly encourage you to do so, especially as your kids get older and more independent. They're on computers, they're on tablets, they're researching things. You don't want them viewing some of the horrendous things that are out there on the internet. So thank you so much to Trend Micro for partnering with me on today's video. You guys make sure to check out the link down in the description box and give yourself that same peace of mind. You will not regret it. So happy I did it back in December, and it's working flawlessly all the way up until this point. Once we set it up, we didn't have to do anything else with it. And you can, I forgot to say this, but you can also set like time limits so that the devices automatically disable. Like, there's so many things you can do with it. So I really, 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 really recommend it for your home and your middle school aged kids. Okay, so I am going to share the 5 biggest benefits to homeschooling middle school aged kids that I have seen. All of these benefits are things that I have seen with my 2 middle school aged children. I have one who will be entering the 8th grade next year, so we are almost through the middle school aged years, which is baffling to me. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I see so many homeschoolers who stop homeschooling in the middle school ages. And that can be for good reason, but I also think it's because this is a tough age and it's a challenge. But I personally think that these years, these middle school aged years, are the most important years to homeschool your kids if you were ever going to. I would even go out on a limb and say more important than the high school years. These middle school aged years are critical in their development, in their character, in the future of who your child is going to become. And I see so many parents in my real life and just in observing that do the opposite and pull away, or the child pulls away and they allow that to happen. And so I want to make this video to encourage you guys, do not give up. Do not cave because it's hard. Do not listen to your child when they're crying and, you know, all those things. So that's why I wanted to make this video. So before I decided, you know, to sit down and film this, I asked my daughter, who, like I said, is turning 13, she's going to be in the 8th grade, what she thinks the biggest benefits are to being homeschooled at her age. She mentioned things like no homework, not worrying about what other kids think about you, and not trying to impress other people, which to me sounds like peer pressure. She also mentioned not having to wake up really early. And then the last one that she mentioned, that, because I asked her for 5, that I thought, wow, that's a really good thing, was not being taught things that you know are wrong. And she was referring to some science or some historical things that she would know is not true, and she would have to sit there and listen to it as if it is truth. And so she mentioned that. So those are her things that she mentioned. But for me, the first thing that I think is the biggest benefit to homeschooling middle school is the time together, because these years are so important and they are so delicate. The kids this age are trying to figure out who they are, what do they like, how do they want to act, you know, all of these things. And sometimes they may want to pull away or withdraw. And having that time together homeschooling doesn't allow that huge separation to occur. you're there to witness all of the things, and there couldn't be a more important time in life to be side by side, linked arms with your child as they are growing and figuring out who they are and who they want to be. The second benefit to homeschooling middle school aged kids that I have seen goes along with the first one, but that is just the freedom to explore who they are in a safe environment with limitations. They are naturally going to be, you know, soul searching a little bit. They're not little anymore, but they're not full grown. They need you, but they want to be independent. They want to figure out what kind of clothes do they like. Just, I mean, all the things. You guys remember being middle school aged. Those years are hard. Hormones and puberty and their bodies start to change. And so what I have really seen is just allowing my kids to explore who they are, figure out those things with safe limitations and without the influence of other people has been very, very, very important. When you send your kids off to public school, they are being influenced by so many people and so many things that you probably do not want. And so having them home where, you know, they're still influenced because they're recognizing other people in the world. They're still going to be influenced, but it's not at the degree they are when they're gone for 8 hours a day. I've seen such benefit in that. The third benefit to homeschooling through middle school, biggest benefit, is that there's no, I mean, there is some, depending on how involved your child is with other things, but there's not constant peer influence at such a delicate time when they can be swayed in so many directions. I do believe in protecting my kids until they are old enough to withstand the pull of the world. I do not agree with the whole, well, they're going to be exposed to it eventually, so they might as well learn now. I don't agree with that at all. I believe in age-appropriate maturation, and you know, kids nowadays are forced to grow up so fast because everything in this world is being thrown at them younger and younger and younger. And if you're a parent, you're just trying to stay ahead of that. And removing yourself and your family from the rat race of that is so beneficial. I have seen, and you know, my kids still interact with kids their ages who do go to public school and do have, you know, all different kinds of situations. So they do have that peer influence, but again, it's not all of the time. And so the power that it has is a lot less. And I couldn't think of a greater reason to homeschool your kids at this age than that reason alone. Number 4 is the ability to teach them life skills as they're needing them. There are so many kids nowadays that do not know simple things when they graduate high school. I was one of them. I did not know how to budget. I did not know how to, you know, do even the simplest things, and then I was expected to like be an adult. So teaching your kids life skills at this age sets them up with success for the future. And doing the work now is going to make the high school years even easier. And that is why homeschooled kids probably, you know, they get jobs sooner. They get jobs a little bit easier. I mean, there's just so many benefits, and I really think it's because they learn life skills. They learn how to clean and do laundry, and they learn how to budget. I mean, this is the time to teach them these things as they're younger, and but also maturing. And when they're home with you, you've got more time to do that. I'm sorry, if my daughter is gone at school all day, and then comes home for sports and gets to bed at 10 o'clock. There's not a lot of time for me to sit down and teach her the things I want her to know while she's under my roof so she can practice before she leaves. There's just not enough time. And so that is a huge benefit. And the last benefit of homeschooling middle school aged kids goes along with the peer pressure, and it goes along with the freedom to explore who they are, and that is preserving their innocence. And you guys, people might have a different reaction to that, but that's okay. I do not think that 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds need to know about the heinous things of the world. I don't think that they need to know about that. I don't think that those aged kids need to know about all of the sexual perversions that are out there that are being thrown at kids these ages all day long via social media. I do not think that kids these ages need to know about other kids these ages who are sexually active and what is going on with that. I do not think that kids this age need to be influenced by the world's music and the shows and all of the gross stuff that is out there. I do not. I do not agree that they have to see that now or they're gonna be a train wreck forever. Those types of things will be learned, but I do not think 12 and 13 and 14 are the ages where it needs to be done. I think innocence and childhood is a gift and a blessing, and I think it should be prolonged for as long as possible, because you've got your whole life to be an adult, and you've got your whole life to learn about all of the wickedness that is out there. And I do think that there's age appropriate things, of course, you know, that need to be discussed, safety and different things like that. But I just don't think that at the ages of 12, 13, and 14, kids need to know all of the stuff that is out there in the world. And when you homeschool, you get a say in that. When you don't, you have much less. So those are the 5 biggest benefits to homeschooling through middle school that I am seeing with my own children, and it has given me great motivation to continue to homeschool for those 5 reasons alone. Truly, that's enough for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want me to continue sharing these middle school, high school aged years on my channel, give me a thumbs up. If you agree with me, let me know down below. If you disagree, let me know down below. Be sure to check out Trend Micro using the link in my description box, because you guys need to make sure your home is safe so that none of what I just talked about accidentally stumbles upon your child's computer, tablet, TV, iPhone, whatever it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support on my channel so that I can continue to share messages like this with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in my next video really soon. Bye guys.